somewhat large, black leather handbag, with handles to it. An ordinary handbag, in fact.
In what locality did this Mr. Thomas or James Cardew come across this ordinary handbag?
In the cloakroom at Victoria Station. It was given to him in mistake for his own.
The cloakroom? At Victoria Station?
Yes. The Brighton line.
The line is immaterial! Mr. Worthing, I must confess I feel somewhat bewildered what you have just told me. To be born, or at any rate bred in a handbag, whether it has handles or not, seems to me to display contempt for the ordinary decencies of family life.
May I ask you then what you would like me to do? I need hardly say I do anything in the world to ensure Gwendolen's happiness.
I would strongly advise you, Mr. Worthing, to try and acquire relations of some kind, and to make a definite effort to produce at any rate one parent of either sex before the season is quite over.
Well, I don't see how I could possibly manage to do that. I can produce the handbag at any moment. It's in my dressing room at home. I really think that should satisfy you, Lady Bracknell.
Me, sir? What has it to do with me? You can hardly imagine that I and Lord Bracknell would dream of allowing our only daughter, a girl, brought up with utmost care, to marry into a cloakroom and to form an alliance with Parcel? Good morning, Mr. Worthing!
Good morning. For goodness sake, Algie, don't play that ghastly tune. How idiotic you are.
Didn't it go all right, old boy? You don't mean to say that Gwendolen refused you. I know it's a way she has. She's always refusing people.
Oh.
I really must talk to her about it.
Gwendolen's as right as a trivet. As far as she is concerned, we're engaged. Her mother is perfectly unbearable. Never met such a gorgon. I don't really know what a gorgon is like, but I'm quite sure Lady Bracknell is one. In any case, she is a monster without being a myth, which is rather unfair. I beg your pardon, Algie. I don't suppose I should talk about your own aunt in that way before you.
My dear boy, I love hearing my relations abused. It's the only thing that lets me put up with them at all.
Algie, you don't think there's any chance of Gwendolen becoming like her mother in about 150 years, do you?
All women become like their mothers. That is their tragedy. No man does. That is his. Did you tell Gwendolen the truth about your being Ernest in town and Jack in the country?
Oh, the truth isn't quite the sort of thing one tells to a nice, sweet, refined girl. What extraordinary ideas you have about the way to behave to a woman.
The only way to behave towards a woman is to make love to her if she is pretty, and to someone else if she is plain.
Oh, that is nonsense.
What about your brother? What about the profligate Ernest?
Oh, before the end of the week I shall have got rid of him. I'll say he died in Paris of apoplexy. Lots of people die quite suddenly of apoplexy, don't they?
Yes, but it's hereditary. It's the sort of thing that runs in families. You'd much better say a severe chill.
You're sure a severe chill isn't hereditary, or anything of the kind?
Of course it isn't.
Very well then. My poor brother Ernest carried off suddenly in Paris by a severe chill. That gets rid of him.
But I thought you said Cecily was a little bit too much interested in your brother. Won't you feel his loss a great deal?
Oh, Cecily's not a silly romantic girl, I'm glad to say. She's got a capital appetite, goes long walks, and pays no attention whatsoever to any of her lessons.
I would rather like to meet Cecily.
I'll take very good care you never do. She's excessively pretty, and she's only just 18.
Have you told Gwendolen you have an excessively pretty ward who's only just 18?
Oh, one doesn't blurt these things out to people. Cecily and Gwendolen are extremely sure to be very great friends. I'll bet you half an hour after they've met, they'll be calling each other sister.
Women only do that when they've called each other a lot of other things first. Now, if we want to get a good table at Willis's, we really must go and dress. Do you know it's nearly 7?
Oh, it's always nearly 7.
Miss Gwendolen Fairfax.
Gwendolen, on my word.
Algie, kindly turn your back. I have something very particular to say to Mr. Worthing.
I really don't think you can allow this, friend.
Algie, you always adopt a strictly immoral attitude towards life. I'm afraid you are not quite old enough to do that.
My own darling.
Ernest, we may never be married. From the expression on Mamma's face, I fear we never shall. Few parents pay any regard to what their children say to them nowadays. The old-fashioned respect for the young is fast dying out. But although she may prevent us from becoming man and wife, nothing that she can possibly do can alter my
dear Gwendolen.
The story of your romantic origin, as related to me by Mamma, with unpleasing comments, has naturally stirred the deeper fibres of my nature. Your Christian name has an irresistible fascination. Your town address at the Albany I have. What is your address in the country?
The Manor House, Woolton, Hertfordshire.
There is a good postal service, I suppose. It may be necessary to do something desperate. That, of course, will require serious consideration. I will communicate with you daily.
My own one.
How long do you remain in town?
Till Monday.
Good. Algie, you may turn round now.
Thanks, I already have.
You may also ring the bell.
You'll let me see you to your carriage, my own darling.
Certainly.
I will see Miss Fairfax out.
Certainly, sir. Sir, I am so sorry. I was rearranging the flowers in the guest bedroom.
There. Pick it up.
Certainly, sir.
Tomorrow, Lane, I'm going bumping. So, you can put on my dress clothes, my smoking jacket, and all the Bunbury suits.
Yes, sir.
I probably won't be back till Monday.
Okay, sir.
I hope tomorrow is a fine day.
It never is, sir.
Lane, you are the perfect pessimist.
I do my best to give satisfaction, sir.
There's a sensible, intellectual girl. The only girl I ever cared for in my life. What on earth are you so amused at?
Oh, I'm just a little worried about Bunbury, that's all.
If you're not careful, your friend Bunbury will get you into a serious scrape someday.
I love scrapes, but the only things that are never serious.
Oh, that's nonsense, Algie. You never talk anything but nonsense.
Nobody ever does.